That's how they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car up ahead.
And there's trouble coming off of turn 2. Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line, they'll get the white and the yellow together.
Lake Speed and John Andretti tangle as the leaders head for turn number 3. Andretti and Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Mast as a pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be his. Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500. Look out on pit road. Every man on every crew has come out to the edge of pit lane to congratulate the man who has dominated everything he can see.
Will Michael Waltrip block for Dale Jr.? Will he try to win the race himself? White flag is out. Final lap at Daytona. 180,000 on their feet, screaming wildly. 2.5 miles to go.
Just exactly the opposite of the Daytona 500. It was 15 and 8. Elliott Sadler's trying to keep Bobby Labonte behind. He can't do it. But he does move down in front of Rusty Wallace on that fast line.
All clear.
Bobby Labonte looking for some help, trying to get up there. His teammate Tony Stewart has never answered the black flag.
And they're 4 wide back between the Wallace boys.
Here they come, turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for you.
Yes!
You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
Look at that smile. Wow.
I don't think there's anybody here that didn't want to see that.
Sentimental favorite, emotional favorite. Earlier in the broadcast, we talk among ourselves. Some of the moves he made on the track today looked like his father behind the wheel. 6th to 1st in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Man, that's just so cool. Storybook ending.
Oh, this is great.
Great restarts by both the 48 and the 22. Kyle Larson drops back to second, but he fights back on the outside. Here comes the 4. Kevin Harvick racing that 22 hard.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Jimmy Johnson out front. They've passed the overtime line.
You know, half lane higher.
Larson looking to the high side. This time
He wants
by.
that perfect lap.
White flag in the air. One more time around from Miami. Jimmy Johnson has never won at Homestead Miami Speedway, but he's never been in a position where he's had to win for a championship. Down the backstretch he goes. A half a lap away from the championship. Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship.
You are NASCAR champion, Jimmy Johnson. I don't even know what to say. Yes! Jimmy Johnson, man, I am so proud of you. So proud of you. You're a good man. You're a great champion. Now you're a 7-time champion, brother.
Attempt number 1. Contact Gordon and Keselowski.
Coming outside also.
Keselowski to the outside of Johnson for the race lead.
All clear.
Jeff Gordon may have a flat tire. Yeah, he does.
Gordon spinning, turn 4.
We're spinning
Caution
here.
is out. We'll have another attempt at a green light checker.
Well, who was the leader right there when that caution came? 2 or the 48?
They'll let us know. But talk about a disastrous turn of events for Jeff Gordon
All right, come on down here, get 4 tires.
here in Texas.
I really believe, hate to second guess someone, really believe it was just that choice that he made to go to the outside. Brad Keselowski was ready to go though, but you can see the contacts, what cut the left rear tire down there.
3 wide.
Unbelievable day we're going to see next week in Phoenix with everybody in the mix. That just put them all right back in it. Everybody. You see Jeff Gordon probably not very happy with the 2-car there, maybe. They have a talk with him.
I believe he wants to have a conversation and have it right now. Saw right in the middle of that is our Jamie Little.
Well, Brad is a little beat up, spitting some blood out, and I see blood around your forehead, your chin. Brad, what is your take on what happened with Jeff Gordon?
You know, we're just racing for the win, and I reckon we just raced him hard, and he left a hole, and you know, everything you watch in racing, you leave a hole, you're supposed to tow for it. And it closed back up. We made contact. You know, I don't want to ruin anyone's day. Wanted to win the race, and that was our opportunity, and just didn't come together.
Brad, we know that you're fierce on the racetrack, but we're seeing this bubbling over race after race now. Do you think that this is a fair way to deal with things on track?
Well, I mean, I don't see, you know, I've been through a lot of rivalries, and I got a little blood on me right now, and, you know, I've been roughed up and put in the grandstands and wrecked and done all that stuff. And I'm still here fighting. It's not going to change the way I race with 100% intensity, and go for the win, and that's what our fans deserve in NASCAR.
Do you think that NASCAR should let this be settled between you guys and stay out of it at this point?
You know, I'm too close to the fire to make those decisions, but I do know that it's my job to race 100%, and that's what I did today. Didn't wreck anyone, but I certainly race hard, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Thanks, Brad, for your time. We'll try to catch up with Jeff Gordon, get his side. Let's go to Doc.
Yeah, we are with Jeff down here, and Rick Hendrick coming up to give Jeff a hug and talk to his driver. He knows how disappointed Jeff is, given the fact that Jeff, take us through, first of all, take us through the final restart there in the contact.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we were sitting there on a little bit older tires. Yeah, I spun the tires a little bit, but I got a pretty decent start. You know, and we went down into one, and I just wanted to get the outside of the 48, and out of nowhere, I just got slammed with the 2, and it cut my left rear tire. And he's just a dipshit, you know. I mean, the way he races, I don't know how he's ever won a championship, and I'm just sick and tired. I mean, that's why everybody's fighting him and running him down, and you know, your emotions are high. That was a huge race for us. We had the car, we had the position. So proud of my team, and I'm proud of Jimmy Johnson for winning that race, not letting that little, you know what, win that race. Oh my gosh.
The conflict with Brad on pit road. You came out, you pulled on the pit road to talk to him. Tell us about what the conversation was and what happened.
There wasn't any conversation. You can't have a conversation with him. I mean, you know, he beats his own drum, gets himself in this position himself, and he's got to pay the consequences. And you know, I'm gonna race him the same way he races me, but that kind of stuff's just uncalled for, and I'm not going to stand for it.
What are the consequences as far as you're concerned with him, and should NASCAR get involved, do you think, or is this between you two?
You know, to them, I'm sure it's just a racing incident, but to me, it's just a bunch of crap. I mean, the kid is just doing stuff way over his head, and I mean, that's just uncalled for. You're racing for a win and a championship. You don't go slam somebody and cut their left rear tire. So, you know, if that's what it takes, then no problem. I can do the same thing back to him.
Really lost his entire race car and is able to 22 to catch him.
Here comes the 22. He's closed the gap all over the back bumper now as they've caught the slower traffic. And around goes the 20, sideways in front of the 22. Kansas slides. Caution comes out. The 22 was all over the back bumper of the 20 as they entered turn 1.
I got slammed, so I got the first time Joey spun me out, lifted my tires off the ground.
We mentioned the lap traffic. You see right here, Matt Kenseth gets tight. He knows the 20's coming, so he tries to block. He goes to the apron. He knows the 22's coming up. He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance.
Gordon. And Kenseth cleared by Logano. Maybe no. Kenseth takes him out. Logano into the wall. Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
What's going on down here?
I know we had talked about it after what we saw a couple weeks ago. I was the first to say I never expected that to happen out of the 20 car.
Helmets coming off of the crew members of the 20. You can tell how the fans feel about it. The red flag is out as they will have to clean the track up. A couple races ago in Kansas, the team told Joey to stay in the car, but obviously Joey out of the car, not able to continue on. The scheduled distance, 500 laps. This will be a regular attempt at the restart, not a green-white checker.
Oh, Jamie with a good run off turn 2. That's as good as you could hope for.
Side by side for the lead as they go into 3. McMurray a little higher through 3 and 4. The advantage to the 24. White flag in the air one more time around for Gordon. Jeff Gordon looking for a storybook ending to the 2015 season.
Out of 3 and 4, this win's going to punch his ticket to the championship 4. Gordon wins in Martinsville.
Yeah, that's how you fight. Hey, boys, that's how you do it. That was huge. That was huge. God, I love you guys. Great job. Way to hang in there. That's what I'm talking about. Fight and dig it, boys. That's what we do.
It has been a boisterous crowd.
Burn that baby down! Burn that baby down!
I believe this crowd got what they wanted tonight. A lock for the Hall of Fame. Jeff Gordon, in his final season in the Sprint Cup Series, gets win number 93 on his career, and more importantly, he moves into a position where he could get his 5th championship. Sunoco continues to fuel victories. And Jeff Gordon might be celebrating as much as we've ever seen.
Flag is out. 1 lap to go. This is it. Last lap. Stand by for a finish. 2 of the greatest fiddling here, fidgeting with first place. Passing some of the stragglers in the last lap. Trying to take it home. It's all come down to this. Out of turn 2, Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. They're out of it. Who is going to win it? 2 cars are out. In the backstretch are the leaders. Watching for the leaders to, they're still up in turns 3 and 4. The leaders are up in turns 3 and 4. Coming down, Richard Petty is now pulling out in front. Darrell Waltrip is in second. A.J. Boyd is in third. Here they come. Waltrip trying to slingshot. Petty is out in front at the line. Waltrip to the inside. Petty wins it. But here comes a $60,000 car becoming a 22-passenger school bus to bring his crew to victory lane. And there's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have lost. And what a bitter defeat.
A couple of very hard men, very hardly upset. And Bobby Allison is stopped by his brother.
To go.
Front 4, single foul. Here they go. They got to go. They got to get Mark. They got to move him somehow.
He gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life, and there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's looking.
Back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29, with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere. Boyer's on fire. Jeff Gordon's wrecked.
And they
Montoya.
are still wrecking. Montoya, Stremme, Kenseth, Biffle, Marlin, Carl Edwards, Casey Mears all crashed on the final lap.
Earnhardt Jr. to the bottom of the track. Jr. will win at Daytona. And the big one happens behind them.
Oh my God.
Austin Dillon into the catch fence. All the crews getting out to that car to assist these drivers. Thumbs going up from all the crew members, and the crowd roars. Look at the catch fence on the front straight. Crew members pulling Austin Dillon out. He's walking. The damage to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. What an incredible sight to see Austin Dillon walking away from that 3 car that is demolished.
Yeah, the 11 gets kind of stuck in the middle there and comes across the 4's bumper. As he does, he spins back in, gets the 3 airborne, and he just gets projected off the other cars right up into the fence.
He went from the bottom of the racetrack over 2 rows of cars and into that catch fence.
Here we go. You can see him on the bottom. Rex starts in front. He runs in the back of the 24, gets up on the 11. Now he's on top of the 50.5, and now it's just along for the ride. Watch the car stop. Watch the car stop. It gets into those poles, and it goes from, I don't know what, 180, 190 miles an hour, I'm just guessing, to a complete stop. That is unbelievable.
He's turning Clint Boyer into the wall, collecting Joey Logano. Caution flag is out.
That was a real act of a champion.
Almirola slides in. Did the leader take the white flag before the caution came out?
Slip into the garage straight right. Fire's gone. Fire's gone. United, fire's back.
Late lapse retaliation.
Don't fire if you want to stop right there. There's a fire truck that get to you if you stop right there.
Checking with NASCAR, the caution was out before the white flag. We're not done with this race yet.
Well, they said they were let them have at it. That's having at it right there. That's a year's worth of frustration.
Oh, conflict. The crews are in it. Somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
I'm sure Clint Boyer wants his opportunity at this. Can't really blame him.
That's stupid.
Well, the tempers have boiled over here in Phoenix after.
Come on, baby.
And Blaney's coming.
Both these cars are driving terrible right now. Half a lap to go.
Nah, they're driving good. Come on, baby. You can do it on this end of the speedway. Come off the 4 and get up alongside of him.
Half a mile
Here
to
he
go.
comes. Here he comes.
Who's going to get off?
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's got him this time.
It's going to be a drag race. Wow! They touch. They touch. Craven got him.
Craven got him.
Craven got him.
And
Craven. All right. What a finish.
have you ever?
No, I've never.
Wow.
What a finish. fastest race I've ever seen at Darlington.
Coming off turn 4 onto the front stretch. That's about as close as it'll get right there.
And this right here, I don't know.
Trace is trying not to let this be a situation where he loses the lead. Harvick has an opportunity down here to roll this bottom, though.
Chase hard into the turn. Harvick, can he clear him? He's got a lap car in front of the 9.
Whoa.
They stay tight up the racetrack.
Contact.
The 4 of Harvick got into the side of the 9. Here comes Larson. 34 laps to go.
That's aggressive racing. Larson down on that bottom now.
Oh, I think the 9 has a flat. The 9, flat left front of the 9.
Yep.
Yeah, come on down. Come on down. It's flat.
He tries to get down. He does under green. And Elliott continues to fall back.
Transfer spot into the next round. And look at these two on pit road.
Tyler Reddick, 2 points back from advancing out of this round into the round of 12. 2 positions, couldn't find them on the racetrack, as we see still Elliott and Harvick.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting as these two get to talk. I think Harvick's going to try to shadow this 9 car down pit road.
Chase Elliott, he's going to end up 25th. And quickly getting the helmet off. Both drivers climbing out quickly. Harvick keeps his helmet on.
Officials have now gathered around them, putting out their arms. They are having words. Harvick, you see Chase Elliott trying to explain something with his hand motions. Harvick still has his helmet on at the moment. And no physical contact. It looks like Harvick is now turning his shoulder, starting to walk away. No, he turned around. They're having more words. And in the meantime, we see Kyle Larson turning out.
So that's going on the back stretch. Meanwhile, on the front stretch, it's going to be Kyle Larson so that the wheel is going to ready to go.
And Kevin Harvick, of course, not happy with Chase Elliott. So let's start there. What was the conversation between you and Chase after the race?
I just told him, it was kind of a chicken move that he did there at the end. We're racing for the freaking win at Bristol. We're 3 wide in the middle, and he throws a temper tantrum like I was just trying to get the lead and racing hard. And then he pulls up in front of me and just sits there until I lose the whole lead. So, just hate it for our Subway Ford Mustang team. To be able to lose a race like that. And I watched him let the 24 go by, and then anytime you run into him, it's a problem. So they can boo all they want. I don't care.
How much of this is compounded by the fact that you were so close to winning and to have it slip away, but then also what happened when he went by you again?
Yeah, well, I lost so much there, and then when I got behind the car, I kept getting tied off the corner, and I couldn't run my line. So I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
It's Bristol, baby.
Elliott here now. You don't feel you were raced very well by Kevin there?
Oh, well, it's something he does all the time. He runs into your left side constantly at other tracks, and sometimes it does cut down your left side. Other times it didn't, or it doesn't. He did it to me in Darlington a few weeks ago because he was tired of racing with me. And whether he did it on purpose, it doesn't matter. At some point you got to draw the line. So I don't care who he is or how long he's been doing it. I'm gonna stand up for myself and my team, and we'll go on down the road.
This happens a lot of places. You said things like this typically happen at Bristol, and then you went to affect the race ahead of them.
I just ran my line, and I'm super happy for Kyle, man. He's had a heck of a year. He's a good dude and a great race car driver. Deserves his accomplishments and deserves his success. So I'm happy for him, happy for Team Hendrick. Wish we could have got our Hooters Chevrolet in victory lane, but we'll try again next week.
On to Vegas. They're through to the next round.
They're just now showing it.
The bell lap, and the man who started up front leads it, Jeff Gordon.
But here comes the next two pair. These two cats right here, they may have timed it out too. Let's see what happens down the back.
Now they will get a draft off Mark Martin. And here's the slingshot to the outside.
Stay together. That's what they're saying. Stay together. Push, push, push. It's going to get tight down here in turn 3.
Don't forget Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Childress cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out, down low.
Way down comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmy Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2/1000ths of a second he beat Boyer.
Okay, a 1/16 of an inch.
Have you ever?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
No, we have
I have never seen anything like that. Woohoo! What a finish. Sometime for you and sometime. That time it worked to perfection. Watch this.
Jeff Gordon watching Boyer, seeing if he can beat Boyer. Left just enough room on the inside for Johnson and Earnhardt. Right there in the tri-oval, it's Boyer's race.
Yeah, it looks like Boyer's pulling ahead, but then all of a sudden they hit that air, that wall of air. Here comes that 48.
But Darrell, the start-finish line here is 1,000 feet further. And look how close it is, 4 wide at the wire.
That is just a beautiful thing right there. 2, 4, 6, 8 cars.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
That second row there.
1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
It's all going to come down to getting into 3, I think. Here comes the energy. Here comes the support from the back. That third row. Where does he block? Does he block high? Does he block low? Here it comes. Kyle Busch to the middle. Shooting a gap. No help with Kyle Busch.
Oh, Suarez right alongside him. 3 wide. Off turn 4. Here they come to the flag. 3 abreast. Photo finish.
How about, I think it's Blaney. Unbelievable. 3 wide finish. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Scoring. Scoring has the margin between the first 3 cars at 0.00 seconds.
How awesome was that?
The race finish is under review.
How about that? Freeze frame, stop motion to the line. That's too close to call. Unbelievable.
I thought it was Blaney, but that picture right there, I think they all win. Unbelievable. That was awesome.
NASCAR is reviewing.
99, 12, and 8. Race clear is the 99.
How about that? Daniel Suarez, the 32-year-old from Monterrey, Mexico, gets his 2nd Cup career win.
He is on a mission, and of course he has those 4 fresh tires, as you say. If he can get by Stewart, which it looks like he will.
Man, oh man, look at Labonte go. He's got 2nd, and they're coming up on 2 laps to go.
He's going to catch him. Can he pass him? This might be deja vu all over again, but in reverse.
And Labonte inside of Earnhardt. He taps him going into the 3rd corner. He gets way down on the apron of the track. Coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to...
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out.
Oh, man.
And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran 2nd. Bristol.
Here's a McDonald's winner's circle, Jerry Punch.
Well, Dale Earnhardt climbs out with his 9th victory at Bristol. And Dale, that's what Bristol's all about. Take us through those last couple laps.
Well, we knew we didn't get tires, and I didn't know who got tires behind us. All I knew is I needed to protect that bottom and try to go. And Terry got into me in the middle of 3 and 4, and I was going to get back to him and just rattle him. I wasn't going to wreck him, but I got to him and he turned him around. So didn't mean to really turn around, meant to rattle his cage, Joe.
You had him. Keselowski in the 2 somewhat held Carl Edwards up in the 99 there on the outside, but Edwards is going to make a run for 3rd.
Here he comes. He's got a good run down the back. There should be a lot of contact as we head down this back straightaway.
Kyle Busch way on the inside picks up a spot. Harvick drops 1. Edwards to 2nd on fresh tires.
4 to go this time.
4 to go and 3
Oh, it's Boyer in the wall. Hard
wreck.
He stays out.
More wrecks down here. Turn 4. Big wreck.
Harvick in trouble.
Keep going. We can do the damn thing.
3 of the 4 Childress cars in trouble in the closing laps.
Get 4 tires.
Boyer's car, the front end destroyed. Remember, we saw Kyle Busch dropping way down to the bottom, passing cars almost on the apron. That's his number 18 against Harvick.
Well, you can see already the left front of Harvick's tire where they made contact. The whole left side. And here comes Kevin back. Whoa. Gives the 18 a big shot in the rear. And here comes Boyer down on the bottom, and they get 3 wide right here. And this is when I knew it was going to go bad.
It just would not work.
He's after him.
Yeah, this has just started now.
Kyle says, you gotta have to. This ain't gonna happen too good.
There was a pass, there was contact, and then as Boyer went into the fence, Kyle Busch came and turned Kevin Harvick around.
We know Harvick is he plays rough, especially when the race is over with. I've seen him climb over people's cars to get to him.
We've got cars overheated. We've got drivers overheated.
And we got wrecked cars. And
Bobby Labonte crashed on the final lap. Harvick looking in his mirror. Shuts the switches off.
Something's going to have to give here, boys.
We thought it could be Newman and Montoya.
No.
Wheels off again. Here he comes.
He says, okay. This is enough. I'm going back here, and we're going to have a little talk. And there goes his car. That car just took off. Holy smoly. 2 cars get that big a lit run on them. I don't know that the 39 and the 88 can catch them.
They're in the draft of Edwards and Keselowski.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
Carl Edwards restarted 8th.
If that 09 can stay hooked to the back of that 99, it's going to be hard to get him. It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going to
no!
He turns him.
No!
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No!
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off the engine.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back all day long. He played it smart. Had this race possibly won. Not now. Not sure where Carl's going. Maybe he thinks if he runs across the start-finish line, it'll count.
That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
He's like a you know how he is. He's an athlete, a marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did,
yes,
to a standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby. First oval track win. He won it in Infineon 96 races ago on the road course.
And
half a second. And the 99 has turned over Brad Keselowski.
And we have a caution.
My goodness.
I don't know if I'm okay.
Keselowski was on track for a 6th place finish.
Boy, and we're told there was contact between Edwards and Keselowski.
And have we seen that somewhere once before?
Talladega last year and early in this race at lap 41.
A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact.
Oh,
look at that thing go.
That looked so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did.
To deal with Brad Keselowski. Keselowski fights back on the inside.
Whatever happens now, this race will be
touch. Keselowski gets into Edwards. They save it. Drag race down the backstretch now.
That's that half car length I was talking about. They both survived it. Let's see what happens in turn 3.
Reed Sorensen waiting in the wings. Here's Keselowski on the inside. Carl Edwards, can he make it stick on the outside? Brad thought he had the best car all night. Took the inside line in the restart. This is going to be down to the wire. Oh, they touch. He spun out. Carl gets into Keselowski. Carl Edwards will win.
That's it. Checker flag. Superstar, man. You are the man. He deserves it. Good job.
I just hope Keselowski's okay here. That was a hard hit, guys.
That was ugly. Wreck behind you. Just slow it down.
Ugly.
Slow it down. There's a big wreck here.
Big contact on Keselowski.
It looks to me as though Carl thought that he was cleared and he was going to do a...
Well, you came up. What was your view on what happened on the final lap?
Brad got into Carl, getting out on turn 1, race him. They bumped, they rubbed. Typical rubbing racing deal. Carl flipped out like he did at Atlanta and tried to kill the kid. I'm sick and tired of this. I'll get my own damn uniform back on and take care of this. He ain't going to kill my boy. He just overreacted so bad. If he wanted to bump Brad, it's one thing, but don't drive him through the inside guardrail. Don't put him in a grandstands in Atlanta. That's asinine.
Got Bob Keselowski over there going over to check on his son Brad, obviously upset with what he saw in that final lap.
There was that. Then Keselowski and Kenseth, with Keselowski running into Tony Stewart. Have flown.
Yes, they have.
And the fenders had bent even after the checkered flag.
We'll have to see what all brought all of that on. But unhappy drivers for sure.
Well, look more. That's Matt Kenseth.
You hit me under yellow. You hit me under yellow. You hit me under yellow.
The restart that came with 2 laps to go. Watch the 2 and the 11 here for about 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah, they're up here battling for a top 5 spot. See, the 11 gets a little bit loose there. A little contact, not much. A little bump.
And it goes 4 wide for a minute.
2's momentum was broken and so on. Now on the cool down lap.
Yeah, I can understand them a little bit. They were having some contact at the end of the race. Not sure about some of this other stuff.
I didn't see a whole lot that Denny Hamlin did wrong in that, in trying to race in that scenario there.
Now as the cars stack up at the entrance to the pit road, that's the hit Matt Kenseth was talking about. And while doing that, Keselowski runs into the back of Tony Stewart. So then this. From Tony Stewart's bumper camera.
And that's where all the front end damage came from.
Across to Brad there. Well, I mean, besides the race, I mean, he knew I was out there. I restarted, wrecked me, which, you know, I guess I shouldn't have went out there. Really the safety. I mean, he was doing something with Denny there. I don't know if he was mad at him. And I had my hands off, my seatbelts off, and everything, and he clobbers me at like 50. So the accidents and stuff we had around here, I mean, just race is over. We're trying to come back to pit road. If he wants to come and talk about it like a man, go do that. But to try to wreck somebody in the racetrack and then come down pit road with other cars and people standing around with my seatbelts off and driving aside of me is just unexcusable. It's just, there's no excuse for that. He's a champion. He's supposed to know better than that. He's just, you know, I don't really have anything else good to say.
Matt, you were involved in the 63 to go restart. What was going on there?
On the restart, I just rolled outside of him in the dog leg, and he knew I was there and just ran me out of the room, ran me in the wall because he didn't want to get past, which I shouldn't have went there, but there's a lot of guys you can race like that, and they know you're there, and they'll give you the room, and he's usually one of them. He just, he did it on purpose, just ran me in the wall because he didn't want to get past.
Thanks, Matt. Full of emotions down here, baby.
Has gone out in front, but it has not been without incident here. Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see, Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt. That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in the lead in the race.
Right. So now it's man on man right now.
I don't think it's gonna get wider here in a minute, I believe.
Here comes Johnson in behind Stewart. Is it enough? Hamlin's high side up there by himself in the 11. First lap led all night by Kyle Busch, and it's the money lap, and it might be all it takes.
It really
now, what does Johnson do to help Stewart?
Doesn't matter. Kyle Busch is going to hog all the racetrack, or he should. He's mirror driving right now.
Tony Stewart trying to get to the bottom.
He may get turned for mirror driving, but he's going to be mirror driving.
Oh, Stewart's trying to squeeze in there.
See that
He's shoving to the bottom.
He just wanted to touch him, man. Just wanted to touch him.
Can't get him to the high side. Here he comes.
There he turns him. He turns him.
Busch in the wall. Here comes Stewart to the checkered flag. And another car gets in the backside. It's Casey Kane. And they're scattering everywhere as they come to the line.
Some of these guys hit hard, man.
And one of them was Kyle Busch.
They're still hitting hard. Man, that's an ugly finish. But incredible.
But that was 100% mirror driving, and that's what you have. That's what Kyle Busch had to do.
That's what Kyle Busch had to mirror drive. Tony Stewart had to put the car there and stick the car where we saw this same thing in Talladega when with the 09 car with Keselowski. He stuck his car in there, he drove it, he put it where it needed to be, and that's the way it was.
Look at the damage to his race car. It's